Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of September 12th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here for you, Aries. Now, I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. I am using the Psychic Tarot as well as the Higher Self Affirmation deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Make sure we're all set up and in view. We'll get right into it. So, wow, Aries, you have strong reading here. Powerful reading. Big energies coming in. Definitely like what I see here. All right, so let me take 3 of these oracle cards. All right. So 4 of the 5 cards here are major arcanas. And there's a sense that change is here and change is on the horizon. I think you're dealing with multiple changes right now. And there's a sense that change is here and change is on the horizon. And this will feel very good. You will feel excited. You will feel energetic about the changes that are coming in for you here. This is coming after a period of, I would say, deep soul searching for some of you with the High Priestess and the Death card in the past. We're going to talk about that a lot more as we go along here. And now it feels like your situation's turning around, and it feels like, you know, I almost get this light at the end of the tunnel type of energy, but it's like you've already made it through the tunnel. Okay, like you've simultaneously seen light at the end of the tunnel and gone right through the tunnel, is what I feel like saying. It's kind of a weird energy that I'm trying to describe here, but let's just dive in. So in the overall situation, you have this Wheel of Fortune card, and that is the Destiny card. Wheel of Fortune is the card of your destiny. And take a look how there are kind of like multiple versions of this person here. And it's giving me this idea that, like, you know, we all have multiple timelines that are available to us. It's really challenging to wrap your mind around it, but the truth is there's a timeline that exists that literally has everything that you want, like the perfect house, the perfect job, you know, whatever it is. Maybe if you're single, if you're not enjoying your relationship, the perfect relationship. Like, there is a timeline where all of that exists. It's a matter of aligning your frequency to that timeline. Now, how you go about that is challenging, but it can be done, and many people do it. Successful people do it, but I kind of got this message here around like multiple versions of you here, as you can see. Now, on the surface, the Wheel of Fortune says that your luck could be turning around for the better. It is a card of change, though, and that is sometimes the thing that is lost in the Wheel of Fortune definition, which it does signify change on the horizon. It's just a matter of, will you go with the change or will you stay where you are? That's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune. Just because, you know, your conditions are favorable doesn't mean that you don't have to take action. You still have to take action when the Wheel of Fortune comes in. But it says that there could, you know, destiny could be here. You know, the change that you know, leads you to a new path in your destiny, it could be here. Now, in the past, you have the Intuition and Transformation card, which is the High Priestess and the Death card. Powerful combination. So, you know, this could be Pisces or the moon. It could also, for the High Priestess, the Death card is Scorpio. But, you know, you can see that this High Priestess here, this person, they have the Ankh on that they're wearing. And you can see that they're sort of peering into the universe. There's like a gate in the background. This is the idea of you connecting with something outside of yourself, or just plainly connecting to your intuition. This is the biggest card of intuition in the tarot. It can also refer to esoteric situations or situations related to, you know, something higher than you, or like a higher power or something outside of yourself. It can also be something that is simply hidden, and you can see that this person, they are finding the answer, but their eyes are closed. And so they are finding the meaning between the meaning, right? They are finding the hidden message. And, you know, in the past here, there has been something that was hidden. Scorpio can deal with situations that you have to dig for, like investigation. And Scorpio can deal with the hidden realms. And I do think that there was something here in the past that you were in the dark on, or something that was hidden. And, you know, I think that this has come to light. You've brought this out into the light, and you have sort of named it and called it out and said, okay, we're going to make this transformation. We're going to make this change. And as a result, you are transforming from the caterpillar to the butterfly, as you see here on the card. And so it's an exciting situation here that's going on. In terms of what the transformation is or was, in terms of what the transformation was, you know, I'll have to get some clarifications here, but definitely liking what I'm seeing. Now, in the future, even better, you have the Ace of Wands and the World, which is passion ignited, and the universe in this deck of cards here. So, wow. The Ace of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. This is the card you want to see if you're looking to physically get started on something. Start your business, start your passion project, your side hustle, an exciting relationship forming, you know, a fitness routine, an exercise routine, something like this. This is getting inspired, getting passionate, like igniting the fire, as you see here, that is going on, and really going into that motion or into that direction. You have this here with the World, which the World closes out an important cycle in your life. It does say that you have sort of gone through a big journey. You know, you started at number 0, the Fool, and you've gone all the way through to the end of the major arcana, which is the universe. And there is something about you here connecting with the universe, connecting with source, connecting with whatever you believe in or don't believe in. Maybe you're just opening your mind in some ways, but there's maybe you're just connecting to your intuition, but there is something bigger here that's closing out in the future. And all three of these cards in some ways represent change, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune can be change, the Ace of Wands can be a new beginning, and the World or the universe can represent a new cycle closing out and also a new cycle starting. And so there is change now, but there's change on the horizon too as well. And, you know, this might be work related. Maybe it's relationships. I would want to get more cards. So let's go ahead and see what this might be. So you have the Two of Swords. Okay, you do have the Lovers. You have the Judgment card, wow, and the Root Chakra. Okay, so, you know, for some of you, there was, I'm going to say disharmony, if that's a word. we'll make it a word. Disharmony in a connection or a relationship here with mental conflict and harmony. With mental conflict, which is the Two of Swords and the Lovers card. There was a communication breakdown or a communication situation here in the past. And I think that some of you have had to go through maybe a painful transformation, or maybe just some type of transformation here in your love life to then see what you need in your next relationship. If you're here for love, this could certainly be the case. Now, for others of you, if you're not here for love, which not all of you are, very clearly, there has been something that you have been ruminating on. Okay, there has been an important decision or an important choice that you have to make that you have been ruminating on. You've been going back and forth. Okay, you've been in a deadlocked situation here in your mind with the mental conflict and the harmony card. And I think that this has taken up much, a lot of space, a lot of mental space. I think it's taken up a lot of energy. And I think that there's some sort of like, maybe dis-ease is the right word here that's coming forward for me, or disharmony. I don't know. There's something that you have really had to transform here for yourself, Aries. Now, in the future, you do have the Truth card, which is the Judgment card, as well as the Root Chakra. or the base chakra. And so you have number 20 and the Judgment card, number 21, the World here. So you are successfully completing something out or closing something out here. The Judgment card really asks you to, go through a period of self-evaluation to see what it is that you need to do to improve. It's also the final boss. It's the last card before you get to the World, which you're getting to the World here very clearly. But you can see that this person is looking for higher knowledge, right? They're peering out to the universe, just like in this intuition card. So you are looking for something outside of yourself. You're looking for something that is bigger than you at this time. And I also think you're recognizing that there's a whole wide world out there, and on top of that, there's a whole wide universe out there. And yeah, I think some of you are kind of looking at this from a really big lens, at your situation from a big picture or big lens here. The root chakra is your needs, your basic needs, your food, shelter, water. And if you cannot provide your needs or what you need, then there can be some disharmony, which I'm going to use again. There can be some uneasiness in your life if you have an unbalanced root chakra. And so a good way of doing this is simply getting out in nature. If you can put your feet on the ground, it's a really good way to ground yourself. Your bare feet on the ground. There are a lot of things, eating healthy food, listening to calming music. There are so many things, right? There's so many things you can do. Getting in the water. Just look at grounding techniques. There are so many. There are breathing techniques that you could do as well. But let's go ahead and see what we have here in these oracle cards. Okay, so you have experience. I create my experience of reality. Experience is the mirror of your thoughts and feelings. Wow. Definitely think that that's pretty important in this reading. You have desire. I harness my desire to create with intention. Creation begins with desire. And you have self-care. I honor myself by taking care of my needs. I do what it takes to make myself feel good, which could be a really nice way of grounding. And then isn't that interesting? Look, so some of these things I was talking about: exercise, breathe deeply, eat well, clean, dream, dancing, like all of those things can really help you ground yourself. But this idea of experience, I create my experience of reality, I think is very important here. This mirror imagery is showing up, as you can see that this person is kind of looking out to the universe, and then this person here as well looking out to the universe. There's something about like this mirror imagery. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what else we have. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. Okay, so you have the Five of Cups, you have the Tower, and you have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so the Five of Cups, emotional loss. Yeah, I mean, look, for some of you, I do think that there's been some type of disruption in your love life, and this has provided you with an opportunity to see what you need. Okay, I said that before, but I think that there was something there that was disrupted, or there was disease or disharmony in your love life for some of you that exposed something important. And I think that this brought about some sort of important change into your life that, is benefiting you here in the future. Because remember, we have a very positive reading here, a very exciting reading here showing up in the future. Now, the Tower, obviously, when you look at that card, it can be challenging, but the Tower is really a blessing in disguise. It shows us what we need to change, or it shows us what is not working. And so that way we can sort of see what we don't want. And remember, the Tower is a way out. And it always, always, always takes you to the energy of the Star, which is the card that comes after the Tower. The Star is a major wish come true, or a wish granted. You do have this Two of Pentacles here in the future, movement, choices, decisions. Almost every single person this week has been getting this movement, choices, decisions card. Almost everyone. And I talked about here how you have this important choice to make for many of you here with the Harmony card or the Lovers card. And so I think that some of you have been locked up here in your minds around a choice. You can even see the imagery here where I think some of you are just like, I need to choose, I need to decide. Like, I think you're putting a lot of energy on a choice here. You have Justice and the Five of Wands. So balance or justice is all about the actions you take, which is your karma. Your karma is just the accumulation of the actions that you take in life. And this says that at the end of the day, we all get the outcome we deserve. And so if you're taking appropriate action, you get the appropriate outcome. It's as simple as that. And there is something here about balancing parts of your life out. And there is something here about, I think, balancing. The main thing that's coming forward to me here is you having gone through a challenge, probably relationship related, but for some of you, it could be something else here that, again, exposed something that you really needed to see or know. Five of Wands is the obstacles and challenges card is really just your ability to be confident knowing that you can handle any obstacle that is thrown in front of you and to keep going, really. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Emperor. So the Emperor, or the Authority card here, it's a big omen of success. It's big boss energy. It's a really good omen in business and career situations, indicating success and victories in the workplace. And so you definitely love to see it. It is the Father archetype in the tarot as well. On the bottom of the deck, you have another card here of victory, which is the Six of Wands, victory and success. So like I said, I definitely feel like you are surmounting or kind of jumping over some sort of major hurdle here in order to get this new beginning. And again, I think there's change right now and there's change on the horizon and it feels exciting. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.